the United States government. On Wednesday, a judge in Kansas ruled that the Second Amendment invalidates criminal charges against the defendant charged with illegally possessing a machine gun. The case is United States versus Morgan. Judge John Brown's decision in Morgan's is obviously wrong, even under the Supreme Court's most aggressively pro-gun opinion, which Barnes relied on heavily. The Supreme Court in 2022 decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Broomes cast a cloud of uncertainty over nearly all U.S. gun laws, requiring the government lawyers to prove that any gun laws challenged in court to consist with this nation's historical tradition of firearm regulations. Judges across the country have struggled to interpret and apply the vague standard, and many of them have openly complained that the burn is unworkable in their published opinions.
So what are they saying, actually?
So the man basically he owned a machine gun, and he was tried for it. And so he fought it in the Supreme Court of Kansas, and they said, look, the gun laws that they just passed are so vague, you're allowed to, it's unconstitutional for you not to be able to own a machine gun.
I mean,
now people don't understand a machine gun like that. The kids are using switches. They put switches on Glocks. You put it on the back of it. You hold the trigger down and loads the whole magazine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or you can use a bump stock, which the man used in Las Vegas. He takes the bump stock. You click this little switch on it. It turns into. You can own a bump stock again too.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have a problem with people owning machine guns.
Me either.
I don't have a problem with any of that. You know what I tell people? Honestly, this is what I think that I really feel like if the Democrats were really smart, man, I'd run me a Democrat in Texas that was pro-gun. You know, I mean, they can be pro-life. I think they'd still win with the pro-life.
Yeah.
Not pro-life, sorry, pro-choice. Excuse me on that one. He could be pro-choice. I think they can still win with pro-choice. It doesn't matter. Run an abortion, overturn an abortion ban over in Texas and see what happens. But I think they should be pro-gun. But like anything comes across my desk with any kind of stopping any kind of gun rights, I'm vetoing that shit. And the Democrats will have to respect it. And the Democrats will have to respect that. I would definitely run that. And I mean, and he'd be hard on the border. Because there's no problem. There's no reason not to be hard on the border.
No,
I don't have
because that's the point of entry, right?
You know what I mean? I mean, there's no reason not to be. We should all be. But at the same time, get the laws passed. Get the laws that are going to actually have teeth and do something about the problem. But I would actually run one because I'm like, this is how I feel about it. My Second Amendment rights make sure my First Amendment rights will always be there.
Yeah,
that's how that would be my slogan.
Yeah.
That would be my slogan right there.
My Second Amendment right is to make sure my first one will be there.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Wesley,
pretty much.
Wesley for president.
No, I'm not ready for that one yet. But
you can do it.
That's pretty something along those lines. You guys get it.
If the gorilla got 15,000, you can get 12.
But seriously, I do feel like this. I mean, I hope they don't throw out any kind. I hope they don't. I mean, if Kamala comes in with any kind of gun legislation, that would be to me, that would be asinine. That would be idiotic. Yeah. I hope that's not one of the first few things she does. Get done the work of the people. You know, and I know she feels like that is the work of the people.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to get rid of menthol cigarettes.
I mean, and they probably should. They're killing people.
Sir, I don't want to do the show with you anymore. I'm tired of this. Shit out of here.
No, but I'm being serious,
Stand
though, man.
Stand up for my menthol smoking, spade playing brothers, all right?
I'm just saying, man, they're killing people, though,
what
brother.
What are you supposed to have in your mouth when you're like, thought you said you had 6 books. Ah.
All right, well, I mean, you don't want to get the it comes with a side of cancer, man. It just does. No one wants that. I don't want that for my people.
So does hanging out. I mean, no one even knows where cancer comes from. They try to equate that to women eating.
I don't know. Lung cancer comes from cigarettes.
French fries.
Not all lung cancer, but lung cancer is tracked back to cigarette smoke.
No, yeah, but there's people that get lung cancer like I never smoked, never drank nothing in my life.
That's very rare. I bet you. Okay, let's look at do the percentages, man. Let's not do the 2 or 3 people who get it out of 100. The other 97 are smokers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just. I mean, we know where this is coming from. It's leading to. I'm not knocking up anyway. Point of it is though, if it's me, I'm very much against gun laws in general. But I think on top of that, it's not just about having a free for all for weapons. It's about having trainings and stuff like that. We need to start training our kids young. Go over and look at Switzerland.
Lung cancer can be caused by smoking, radiation therapy, asbestos, and family history of lung cancer. So it's a crapshoot. Yeah,
what was the first one?
It was smoking.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, that's probably the number one cause. It's probably radiation therapy. It's probably because you had some other form of cancer.
You can get it from asbestos.
I mean, metals. Yeah. And what are we doing right now? We're starting to clean up the asbestos because we knew that was bad. It's like cigarette smoke.
And
I mean, those two things go together. We're not going to talk about this right now because
I'm saying, like, there's many
you
causes.
Understand those two of those things we figured out that they were super bad for you. Asbestos, we're like, man, we shouldn't be putting this asbestos in these buildings anymore.
Smoke everywhere.
They
smoke
took down allegedly brought down the World Trade Center buildings because of asbestos. Remember, he had asbestos and he was supposed to get it cleaned out by the city, but they told him no. He has going to have to pay for it himself to get all the asbestos cleared out of the World Trade Centers. And all of a sudden, they got two things flying in there, and they got some Jewish people dancing outside the buildings who seemed like they knew about the World Trade Centers were going to get hit. We don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole.
I don't want to go too far. I don't want to talk about that or the people that make the planes, because they got the dudes still in space. They're like, we'll bring you down sooner or later.
And we don't even want to talk about the people who, like you said, that guy who died on that yacht, his buddy died a few days before him.
I told you.
That's crazy. I couldn't believe it, man. And now they got an investigation. They got an investigation going. And in Italy, they're looking at manslaughter charges. They just don't know who they're going to charge.
Exactly. In a whirlpool just happened to
figure
come
out
about the
who owned the stocks in Hewlett Packard. Go figure that out, and that's going to tell you who.
What was the thing? It was like whoever
killed.
bought the thing he created. I have to look it up. I don't know it right now. But
I know what it was.
It was an important computer program.
It was basically I can't remember.
It's like figuring out people and stuff like that. But still, it's like they wanted
it was a way to find information within your computer, like in emails and stuff like that, or something like that. It was like a way to find information quickly inside of emails or something like that. But basically, they bought it thinking that this was going to help them boost them. But it was Hewlett Packard that bought it. That's a corporation. It's not like one person. It's owned by many different people. It's like
Hewlett Packard be getting money off them printers, because I know damn well I'd rather buy a new printer than go buy the ink, because it's about the same price.
Hewlett Packard's they just went through a whole huge problem over the last, I think it was 10 years ago or something like that. They were going through some huge problems. So, I mean, but the point of it is, though, he sold the company to them for 11.8. Was it 11.8 billion or something like that?
11.8, and it was only worth like
3.3. I think like 8.8 billion or something like that. They tried to say they found like accounting irregularities.
Yeah, he fluffed it up.
That's now all of a sudden, 3 days before, 3 days before he died, that his co-defendant died, and then all of a sudden he's dead, along with a few other people. When his daughter died too.
Billionaires, bro, they just happen to die after they get all their money.
They killed his daughter too. She was on the boat, so that means that's the next person in line for you to get the money.
She can't see who made the whirlpool.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I wish they wouldn't have done it when she was on there too. You know what I mean? Let her live her life. She didn't have nothing to do with that.
They crash planes because there's one person on there they want to kill.
It's crazy, man. They don't care. I mean, this is what I mean. A big thing is these are the people who are the most. This is like the most dangerous people in the world when you really think about it. We look at everyone else like this criminal here, this criminal there. They've been knocking. Look, they killed Bernie Madoff's son. They're killing. I mean, this is what they're killers. These are real.
Bro,
they killed the judge.
The pharmacy business. The billionaires in the pharmacy. Yeah, Big Pharma. They're the killers.
It's crazy, man.
They have cures to shit, but they won't let you get it. And then when people start to create cures, they all of a sudden die. Big pharmacy, bro.
You know what? Remember on that plane crash? I think it was in Brazil.
I know there was one in. They were Russia. They were flying from Germany. That's the one I always talk about. I think it was somewhere in Europe, and they were flying because they had cured AIDS. And all the researchers got on the plane, and somehow a missile hit it, blew it up, and it knocked AIDS research back 10 years. That's one I always bring up.
You remember the one that we just talked about, the plane crash in Brazil not too long ago? 8 cancer scientists were on that plane. 8. I'm not saying that they had the cure for cancer, nothing like that, but
they probably
8 of them were on that plane.
They were going to go present it, right? Just like the AIDS one, bro, and shot them out the sky. Because I'm telling you, Big Pharma, they're little secret ones because you need them.
They got to start going on separate planes. You guys got to start traveling on separate planes around here.
Send a fax, nigga. Shit. Fuck. This is what we did. I ain't getting on the plane.
Hey, this is crazy.
My original pilot Jorge ain't here no more.
They killed the one judge's son. They were looking for remember the judge for the Epstein case?
Yeah.
They sent the dude to the house.
They sent the assassin to the house. He killed the husband and the son. Then the judge dropped out. And then when they had it on Twitter, the people were trying to keep up with that. And the Giselle one, Twitter was taking the pages down. Like instantly deleting the pages. Think about it. We brought up his name. I can't believe you said it again. And they messed our numbers up for like 2 weeks. We were getting no plays. I said I will never say he who touches kids who shall not be named. That's how I'm keeping it.
Hey, it's part of the game, man. JD, I think who was that? JD Vance brought up his name too. So I mean, he was like, yeah, this is kind of like letting such and such watch your kids. Something crazy.
That's like Donald Trump was like, yeah, we're going to arrest all the people that sleep with kids and touch them. And everyone was like, so you? like, bro, we got the evidence.